so I'm going to start with you. For Sheba, you know, you see this character, you're thinking, God, she's a really bad person. Was it easy for you to get into this character?
I think there's a difference between being a bad person and performing bad actions, and definitely having sex with a minor is not something to be condoned. But it's drama, and I think that's great stuff to act with. It's an enormous dilemma, an incredibly heavy secret to carry around. And so I think the exciting and delicious thing for an audience is that she unburdens herself to the worst person in the world, who's Barbara Covert.
For both of you, what were your reactions to all the Golden Globe nominations?
Jesus, that's annoying. That was the first thing I said is, I'm so bummed. I rang them and said, could you disinvite me?
Right. No, we were delighted. I was delighted for myself and for Stephen Poliakoff, who wrote the film for which and directed the film for which I'm nominated, and for Kate and Judy and Patrick, particularly for this movie, because it obviously helps a great deal.
How intense was this set? Because when we were watching the movie, like, we were right on the edge of our feet. So, you know, tell me about this.
Not at all tense.
It felt like we were on a at a summer party.
Yeah.
I mean, oftentimes there's enormous levity when you're, you know, in the middle of your character's crisis, and it's really important to have that buoyancy, I think, in a film like this.
Yeah, we had good fun.
Do you think that all of us somewhere can relate to these characters? Because I think everybody's flawed somewhere along the lines, even if we don't always show it. Your characters, unfortunately, hasn't come out.
Yeah, I do. I love characters presented warts and all. I mean, I think that's otherwise, what's there to play if there's no dilemma, if there's no journey for a character? It becomes very bland.
I think everybody can identify with most of the stories that people go through in the movie. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a big story, and it's an extraordinary situation, and it's devastating for all of the characters. But I think there may be something. Hopefully, the sophistication of the script and the performances allows people in, and they can, to some degree, embrace or accept the terms of the story.
Here's my final question. The book had such a cult following and was such a big hit. Did you have any reservations about starring in this when it had already been so successful?
Not when Patrick Marr was writing the screenplay, and Richard Ayres directing. I think they'd both be invested, and the result is that the film has actually got its own entity. Because often great books don't make great films because they're too slavishly connected to the book. But Zoe Heller was fantastic about saying to Patrick and all of us, just make it your own, you know, which is really generous and smart, I think.